What's up, guys? What's up? This is Lightsoul here, and I'm bringing you something I've wanted to do for quite some time, and that is a Pikachu video. I used to main this character. I still love this character. He is my absolute most played character in the records, and I've wanted to bring him back. I used to be a Pikachu main, but I dropped him after some bad experiences at tournaments, going 0 and 2 in bracket, losing to matchups that I never should have lost, at least the way I did. And so I lost my confidence with him, and I ended up, yeah, I know, opting out, picking up post-patch Bayonetta, and I started getting results, so I ended up not going back to Pikachu because of it. I know, bad, but I never really lost my love for this character, and after a friend really wanted me to put in the time and effort back into Pikachu, because I believe he believed I still had a Pikachu, and well, you guys are going to watch the results of that. So the first match there was a JV3. That was when I first picked back up Pikachu a couple months ago. I didn't really continue putting in the time, but the JV3, that was against a bad player, but I liked it. I wanted to use it at some point, so I kept it in. So everything else here is actually relatively new outside of the next fight, which was back in like February. So I kept it there because it's pretty entertaining. But everything else is new. These like literally happened yesterday. So all right, let's get down to work. So this fight, I fought. This was in tourney mode. That's the reason why the clock is not that long. But I recorded it. I was streaming at the time, and I ended up facing off against this Ike. Me and him have actually tangled a couple times in tourney mode, and so ended up facing him off. I kept it for that right there. That was my first jab lock ever with Pikachu. Seriously, like I main Pikachu, but I never was really good with getting the jab lock. And I never really went for it either. You kind of saw like a few frames drop. It was because I was streaming and recording. I also hit the record button, and the encoder, if it gets really hot, if it's doing too much, it could potentially drop frames. So it literally dropped the frames at the kill part of the jab lock combo, but you still saw the kill itself. But the lightning effects and everything was just so fast that it literally just didn't catch that. But everything else was caught, so I kept it in because one, I got the jab lock. And I wanted to talk about that. Pikachu and his jab locks are absolutely amazing. It's sad that I've taken so long to learn to try to use his jab locks, but I'm adding it to my repertoire, so I'm going for it a little bit more. I'm trying to actually think about going for it more during matches, and this was the result of doing that. Playing Duck Hunt, playing Bayo has taught me to actually go for things. Like I got a bunch of stuff for Duck Hunt now, where I'm getting like stylish can setups, the spikes and stuff. So I got to make a video for that as well. But right now, I just wanted to show off Pikachu, and that's what you got to watch. I didn't even commentate that match that much, but yeah, now I'm going to start commentating the matches a little bit more. So this was done a month or two ago, and this was me going against Dr. Mario. So the story behind this Dr. Mario, was that he played Shulk in our first match, and then he switched to the Dock. I two-stocked his Shulk with Pika. One of them, it was just him doing a backslash off stage, and it was really stupid of him. But I two-stocked him. I didn't even style on him doing it. It was just a solid match. And then he decided to go with Dr. Mario. And the funny part was, this dude was salty. He wasn't hitting me with soul tags or anything, but his playstyle told me that this guy was really salty about what happened. I'm not sure if Dr. Mario players try going for a lot of grass, but I usually go for a lot of grass with Pikachu, and I kind of noticed that he did a lot of grabbing, and eventually you're going to ready to see it actually right here. He starts throwing out a ton of pills and everything like that. I mean, it's kind of pretty much almost stalling the match out a little bit, and it's like, why? But you can kind of tell, if you haven't already, this guy was a little salty. If I actually showed off his Shulk video, you'll kind of see. The depths of skill between both players. But yeah, and usually, yeah, he thought that I was just like literally going to fall right on top of him, which happens from time to time. Some people do it, and I've done it. Like, you're thinking you're safe, or you think that you can actually beat out that move. So I messed up right there. I tried dragging him off stage, but yeah. And then he taunts. Like, he did something great. Like, oh man, I'm so awesome. So then I Thunder Joe him, grab him, put him right there on the edge, and just kept doing that. And boom! Taunt to get bodied. And we're not done yet. That's the fun part. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. I got a little tilted when that happened. I got a little pissed off. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? It's like, so, one thing about when you decide to taunt in a match, especially when someone SDs like that, and then you not just one taunt, but you double taunt them, for some people, this is like the ammunition they need to really wake up and try and kick your ass. And that's what happened here. That's what's pretty much happening. Like, you saw that. Like, I grabbed him, kept just shocking him. I wasn't going to let him go. Grab, released him, let him come back up, and then just blew his mind away. And we're not done yet. He started racking up some damage on me. I started getting like, okay, I got to start worrying about potentially down throw to fair or something like that. But boom, right there on the sweet spot, absolutely just obliterated him and just took him out. Like, gave him everything he deserved and more. Everything he deserved and more from that match. And so this next one though is this was also done on my stream. The last couple fights were from my stream itself. Yeah, I do stream. I stream pretty much daily now. Usually around 9 to 10 Eastern standard time at night. I stream. And this was a viewer. I kept it in here because this was me versing a Bayonetta, and that's a fight that a lot of people struggle with. Some consider it a very boring fight because you have to play very safe. It's a fight that I know from both sides. I've actually fought this matchup from both sides, and I can tell you that Pikachu versus Bayo, I will say it is slightly in Bayonetta's favor, but Pikachu, if he plays right, it turns into a 50-50. You have to play very safe, and I have no problems playing safe. Some people just don't like playing safe. They would rather just toss out moves and be wild and do wild things. But I mean, if you want to win, sometimes you have to be a very safe player. And Bayonetta in this matchup has to be very safe. Bayonetta in general has to be very safe. So she's hitting me with a lot of side Bs. I'm starting to pick up on that, actually. I'm picking up that she's using a lot of side Bs. Those moments, I need to work on my DIing when I get hit. But right there, she did mix it up. She did do the second hit, but she didn't have... I'm too high for her to do any kind of follow-up. She goes for a smash attack, thinking that I would move forward and not think about that. I took a moment to just see what she would do. I knew that I was somewhat outside of her range. Got her with the throw and killed her. I got her to throw, and then she comes back, throwing out a smash attack. Something, if you ever watch Captain Zack, he'll do that. He'll come back and just throw out up smash. But she held it instead of letting go. And Bullet Art's up smash, not really that great. It was going to tack on a little bit of damage, but it's not worth it. Just toss it out real quick and try to get away in case it doesn't work. So yeah, this whole time I'm usually holding shield. She's not giving me any reason not to hold shield. Yeah, and the Thunder Joe ended up killing her. She wasn't able to grab ledge, and so she didn't get back all of her jumps and everything, and she kind of panicked when she fell down, and that was it. That was pretty much that was it. So just has to learn to be a little bit more safe and not just toss out moves. Has to be relatively very safe, especially against not burning your witch time. Witch time is too precious to just let it go. And so in this final fight, this was actually me in a Picadillo against someone from my crew, from the crew I'm part of. He also plays Pikachu a little bit, so he really wanted to do a Picadiddle. So we ended up doing this Picadiddle on stream. That's actually the reason why the Zelda player left, was because we were all playing together and she wanted to watch. So she ends up SDing, so that way she'll be able to be in the room and watch it live instead of having to watch it just on the stream itself. So in a Picadiddle, I don't do Picadiddles that often. A lot of people hate to avoid diddles in general. I don't mind the Picadiddle. It's a great opportunity to see what I know and judge my knowledge and my skill against someone else who's using the exact same character and what they're doing. Sometimes you actually end up like picking up good habits, bad habits during the diddle. Right there, that should have been a jab lock. That was an absolute lock situation. That all I had to do was go down, boom, right there. That should have been me running up and just starting to do jabs, because it wasn't. He missed his tech. That was my chance to do it. So I gotta really work on my jab locks, like just looking for him, just thinking that, okay, I'm at this percentage. If they fall down, I should just run up. I should just be as close to them as possible. If they miss attack, they don't roll or anything. Just toss out that first jab, because as soon as they hit the first jab, it's pretty much a done deal. Jab, 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 boom. Forward smash or up smash, and you got them. So I gotta start thinking like that. Like that's what like Sam and other top Pikachus do. They think about their locks. They think about their kill confirms. So that's the way I've got to be. My former mentor, a really good player from the MDVA, named Zephyr. He actually, surprisingly I didn't know it, but he was actually a Pikachu main at one time, and he was always like pushing me with Pikachu, and I never understood why. But now after reading his Twitter thing, I actually understand why he was pushing me with Pikachu. So, and a lot of people have been pushing me with Pikachu. A good friend of mine who's mains all the Pokemon, he says, is pushing me with Pikachu. Right there. Real quick, was I knew he was going for the platform, and Fair does kill at really high percentages, or you're really close to the blast zone. When he was throwing his Thunder Joes onto the platform, I pretty much knew he was going for that. And so I went under the platform and went with Fair Air and just took him out. But right here, I can't. He's making it very hard for me to land, to do anything, to breathe, which is the way you're supposed to play Pikachu. Like this, pretty much at this next part, I get a little bodied. I get bodied for a little while because I can't land, I can't breathe, I can't do anything. And so right there, you would think, but when he went and used Quick Attack, he once again reset the neutral in his favor. And that's what you should do as Pikachu. You should be consistently throwing out hitboxes, moving in a way that absolutely makes it where your opponent has no chance to breathe. And when you do that, yeah, right there, dash attack does kill if you don't stale it, which he didn't. He didn't stale it, and I was really high. I was 172, so yeah, I mean, that's absolutely going to kill, especially at the edge. And alright, so right now we're both trying to reestablish neutral. The momentum is in his favor, but that's my first time I managed to get a hit in probably about a minute or two. So I'm slowly trying to get back this momentum. So yeah, we're both going for grabs because Pikachu confirms a lot off of grabs. That's where I actually got my grab habit from, was actually using Pikachu, something I've adopted to Duck Hunt and to Bayonetta. And Yoshi I already did a lot of grabbing with too. Most people say that Yoshi doesn't get a lot off grabs. No, that's actually not true. He just can't kill with his grabs. He doesn't have like tons of combo potential, but he can absolutely use it for gaining stage control and doing whatever he wants. And he also has jab to jab to down special, jab to up smash. So Pikachu has, his variety of combos and stuff that he's able to get off of grabs. Something I see a lot of players don't do is use grabs. Like I've even seen pros not really use grabs a lot. It's really like why? It's really good. But yeah, so I'm just getting back into them. Like, and I'm happy I made this video to remind me of why I like Pikachu so much. And like I said, a lot of people, they were really sad when I dropped him. So here he is, guys. He's back. Pika is back. He's back with vengeance. Boom. And so that's it, guys. Like I said, Pikachu's back, so kind of expect some more Pikachu stuff in the future. I love this character, and I can't wait to continue to push him. And peace out.